Right, guys, I've got a funny one here that features a BBC tosspot getting absolutely roasted by Elon Musk in a Twitter Spaces interview earlier. Now, most of it's not that interesting, but this little bit here is top tier to the point he literally shuts the BBC hack up.
Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time. COVID misinformation. You changed the COVID misinformation.
Has
rules.
BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
I'm literally asking you about, you changed the labels, the COVID misinformation labels. There used to be a policy, it then disappeared. Why do that?
Well, COVID is no longer an issue. Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations, and not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policy? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, you thought it wasn't?
I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear. Let's talk about something else. If you want to talk about the BBC, all right. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, talk about getting absolutely wrecked or what? The BBC hack literally had nothing for him because let's never forget the biggest spreaders of misinformation was the BBC and mainstream media. In fact, that's their whole goal. Clearly, though, the BBC thought that they could put Elon Musk on the spot over changes to misinfo policies, but didn't expect him to swing it round on them. Oh yeah, remember, almost everything the BBC and media put out was wrong, and they bloody know it. I mean, not once did this tit try and say that the BBC didn't spread misinformation, did he? That there tells me that he knows we all know they lied in service of the agenda and are just hoping no one ever brings it up. Elon Musk even pointed out a few of the things that the BBC lied about that he made no attempt to refute, which I'm sure the BBC chiefs won't be happy about, but personally I bloody love. Plus, Musk pointing out the fact that the BBC changed its editorial policy at the government's request for bat flu proves my video right when I said the BBC is government-funded and controlled media. This, though, it's gotta be said, is a disaster for the BBC because in no way did they come out of this interview looking good when I bet they'd hoped for a few gotcha moments on Elon Musk. As it turned out, though, Musk had a few on them, and now they look ridiculous the world over. Well, they already did, but more so now than before. Oh, and at the end there, you heard the BBC shitweasel say, I see why you put it on Twitter Spaces now. This the BBC didn't like because it prevented them editing down the interview to remove bits like this as they often do. That's why you'll never see that little clip played on the BBC itself, and you can be bloody sure of that. Elon Musk putting it on Twitter Spaces, though, also allowed people to record it and share it around on the internet out of their control. So Elon Musk literally played the BBC like a bloody fiddle here.